Good evening, Central Indiana, and welcome to Port Simon Live at JTH Construction Studio. Once again, I feel like I'm always in front of the mic anymore. Hello, Rick and Debbie. Paragon Homecoming, Rick and Debbie. Bingo tomorrow night out there, by the way. Before we get to the Queen of Toes, apparently, we're going to talk about our sponsors. JTH Construction Studio. Get a hold of Joe for all your construction needs. 765-913-8599. And I apologize, I did not do this, so you can see questions. And I didn't do my normal. There you go. Now we're set. Hello, Misty. American Basement Solutions, Mr. Larry Ralph, Senior 1-877-409-2837. Fathom Real Estate with Teresa Messmer, 765-341-8911. Wellsprings, it's Mr. Bob Goodrum's Group, 765-342-6661. Stead's Comfort System, 765-346-0195. Livewire, Tommy Walls Electrical Consulting, 765-792-4012. How you doing, Misty? Trapper Tim's Nuisance Wildlife Removal and Pest Control, 765-913-7553. Logan's Cosmos, 765-318-3388. That's my daughter down in Bloomington. Wayman's Furniture, Appliance, and Mattress, 765-342-4339. Stop in and tell Mark we said hello. The Yard Barber, Andrew Payton, 765-318-4108. Hometown Nutrition, Martinsville, 765-315-0738. And last, but certainly not least, our buddies down at Paragon Homecoming 2024. Paragon Homecoming Festival 100-year anniversary this year. 765-318-0899. August 30th through September 1st. Lots of fun stuff going on. They're still trying to rope me into being the judge. It's not going to happen. They have bingo tomorrow night to help raise funds at the firehouse. Go down and support Paragon and Rick and Deb and everybody else. It's a good, they're a fantastic bunch of people. Real quick, about the post that I made earlier, I'll probably come back on a little bit later tonight and talk about it, see what we can do there. But tonight, right now, it's all about nails and toenails and fingernails. I know. Trina Russell from the Nail Shack out of Mooresville joins us. How you doing, Trina?
I'm good.
I'm good. The off-air conversation will not bleed into this, but it was about toenails. And apparently we'll get to that. First, tell us a little bit about yourself, your schooling, and what got you involved in nails.
So I went back to nail school back in 2000, I believe.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. And when I got licensed, all we had was acrylics and nail polish, and that was it. And I did that for a few years, and I went back into the real world, as I call it. And then when COVID hit, I knew I needed to change something, and I decided to open my own business. I was told it was the biggest mistake of my life by my own father. And he said, nobody gets their nails done. And I said, well, if I don't make it, I'll shut the doors in 6 months. And here I am. I have
three daughters, and two of them get their nails done religiously.
Yeah.
One's like me. She's got no nails, but
yeah. So before I opened my business, I had went back and got my master's. I wanted to teach in a college, teach business, and I did that for a little bit, and I've just gotten so busy that I can't teach anymore.
So the nail shack is dominating then, is what you're saying?
Yes.
That's good. Where is it located?
So I'm located at 570 East Bridge Street in Mooresville. So I'm right down the street from Lowe's.
Towards town or across the way, Burger King side?
On the other side. So
Dairy Queen side?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So you have to put it in food places for me so I know where I'm at. I'm sorry. That's the way it is.
We got the karate place kind of to the side of it.
Okay.
So
you cut hair?
No.
I was like, 'cause if you brought shears, you could take all this off tonight, and I wouldn't bother.
I can fix toenails, fingernails, but no hair.
So specifically, you went after nails.
Yes.
That was your training.
Yes.
And you have people coming in from all over the world. I'm hearing.
Yes. So I work on thick fungal nails.
Angie says hello. My nails
Hi,
look
Angie.
fabulous.
She was in today. Yep. So I have a map on my wall, and when people come to me, they pin where they're from. So I've had as far as Washington, California. I've had as far up by Chicago, all the way down to Florida. I think Texas. I think I got one in Texas as well. So, yeah.
Okay. So this isn't my kids. I can ask this because I would get a smart aleck answer on this. But what is the infatuation with having glamorous looking nails? Because as a guy, I trim my nails with a razor blade. Just being honest with you at work.
Shouldn't tell me that.
Literally just sit here and carve on them. That's what I do.
Right.
Because I hate long nails. I hate hangnails. And I can't stand anything sharp. But I inspect parts all day too. That's what I do. And so my hands are very busy. And so I just sit there and carve and get rid of it, you know? So Kevin probably has nasty toenails. I do, Trent. I'll come over to your house and show them to you later. So it's like, what is the infatuation with that? Why do women... I know you guys work. A lot of them type, and Logan's has her nails, and she's a hairdresser, and I'm like, wouldn't that hurt?
So I think what it is you have an hour of your time. So we always say we have counseling in my shop. So I think it makes the woman feel good.
Right.
It takes care of the hangnails. It refreshes your cuticles. Sorry, I keep looking at Bridget.
I know. She's giving you inspiration. Though,
I know. So it's your time to get away from life.
Reality.
Yes. Yeah.
So one thing Logan says is that, one of the shock to her was that everybody tells her everything when they're sitting in her chair.
I know everything.
And so I said, well, between you and bartenders, if you look it up, you guys are the most... what's the word I'm looking for? Wall to bounce off stuff.
Right.
Out of everybody on the planet. And that threw her for a loop. And I'm assuming that's what you're talking about.
So think of it, yesterday I had 12 services. If you just count one conversation, one topic, I had 12 different conversations. And that
life that you didn't need to know about.
Right. And that you may have 5 different stories from one person and you're sitting there listening to it.
Oh, I don't know if I could do that. That'd be a lot of secrets you'd have to
So I'm a counselor. I'm everything. I'm a cheap counselor, I think.
So do you have them lay in a chair when you're done or lay on a couch when you're done and give them your advice?
Actually, they come in and they get pedicures and we talk to, and they get massages and...
No, manicure is the...
Hands.
Pedicure's the toes.
Yes.
See, I don't know all that stuff. I know I paid for it enough times, but I don't know.
Pedicures are the best.
Yeah, let's go. Whatever.
Yep.
Just go do what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, pedicures are the best.
I think they are. I've had a lot of people say that if they had to give something up, whether it was their hands or their feet, they'd give up their hands. The pedicure just is better.
Misty's asking price range already.
Well, you can go to my webpage.
That was my next question, Trent. Sorry, go ahead.
So my webpage is www.thenailshacksalon.com. Okay. And it lists everything. You can book there. You can get on my wait list. I usually have a wait list unless I have a last minute cancellation. Sometimes you can wait 2 months to get in. You probably will not get an evening, at least until next year.
Really?
So
booked up?
About September, people will be tapping on my table. Can we book for the next year? So almost all my people were booked out from last September to this December.
Danielle says you're awesome.
Hi, Danielle. She comes to me too.
Trent asked the question before I could get to it is, what about the fish thing? Do you do that?
I do not do fish.
What is that?
It's where the fish come in. No, I don't know what type of fish it is, but they come in and they eat all the dead skin off your feet. But I've heard that you can get infections, you can lose toes, because it's just bacteria floating in that water.
Trent, did you have that done? That sounds like it would hurt. I don't want nothing biting on me.
Yeah.
That sounds disgusting to me.
It is.
And you put them in there and them things instantly come at you.
Right. So I don't want that.
No.
I don't want to lose a toe.
I did it.
You did in Mexico.
So my obvious next question was there alcohol involved, Trent?
Probably some vodka.
Like almost
tequila.
Dos Equis or tequila or something. Wow. So you don't do that. Okay. It doesn't hurt. They are all small fish. Yeah, but if there's 700 of them eating on your foot, it's still I don't know. I couldn't do it.
And see, if you've seen what I've seen, then some people have a lot of dead skin on their feet, so it could hurt.
Now, when I got out of the military, there's a lot of miles put on them feet because of marching in boots and then in the swamps and jungles, Panama and stuff like that. I didn't have any problems. I just got the old Puma Stone out and sounded like I was sawing through a walnut tree at times, but cleaned that up pretty good. But yeah, so I can understand that. Lots of it. I could understand. Some people have bad heels and bad.
Yeah.
A lot of the like a dehydration or not enough water, or
you can be dehydrated. I mean, there's so many things you can be a diabetic. Can I just clarify something on the air here?
Sure.
There is no such thing as a diabetic pedicure. You see this trend right now, and
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, so there's a trend that you'll see people post on Facebook that I offer diabetic pedicures. There is no such thing. I am a diabetic. I'm a type 2.
Okay.
I work on diabetics.
So technically, it is a diabetic pedicure because you are diabetic giving a pedicure.
Okay. That's true. Yep. But there is not one. And I think that gives people a false sense that, oh, if they're offering this, then it's going to be a safer pedicure. And there's no such thing. So.
But, thank you, Trent. You just threw a word out there that kind of frightens me. Safer. Like, could something go wrong while you're giving me a pedicure?
Yes. People's been nipped with nippers. So if you're a diabetic and you get cut with a pair of nippers,
what's a nipper?
It's what we cut cuticles with or your toenails.
Ow!
Yeah. So people try to
use razors like I do.
The razor they use is illegal in Indiana.
But I'm at work by myself. Yeah. I'm whittling away on my own.
Then you're okay.
Okay. Nippers, I know.
Nipper. But I wanted to throw that out there. I know I kind of got off topic, but
no, you're fine. We're getting to know you.
Right.
You're a Mooresvillian, and you're on a page with predominantly Martinsville people, and so we're introducing you to the community, and now we know what nippers are.
Yeah.
I would have guessed different.
And nippers are the best thing to use to trim your fingernails, and not toenail clippers. See, he's got 2 nippers.
Ignore him.
Okay. All right.
He's not right.
He's not right.
No, he's not.
Is he going to come and see me soon?
I bet his wife would.
Okay.
I bet his wife would.
Okay.
He may not. Hello, Teresa Mesmer. Yeah, I don't see him coming down there to see you, but I do see his wife. His wife could pay you a visit. Again, what was your address?
570 East Bridge Street in Mooresville.
570 East Bridge Street. I have a sister that lives less than a mile from you.
Okay.
The other side of Bridge Street, that first edition there on the left.
Okay.
And I'll tell her, you need to go in there and see Trina. So Kevin is supposed to pay for my wife to get her stuff. Okay, I didn't know that one. So do you do the colorful Halloween, Christmas, all seasons, fancy stuff?
We do fancy nails, but we also have classy nails, is what I call them. So I don't do a lot of hand-drawn art. I do more stamps. I try to keep it more cost-effective.
Okay.
Because when you start getting into art that you draw, you're starting to get into a lot of money and time. Mm-hmm. People don't have that kind of money. They don't have that kind of time to sit there for hours.
Yeah, my kid goes here in town, and Jessie's amazing. Mm-hmm. And she's there 4 hours or something ridiculous. I'm like, but it's an art.
Right. So what I've been doing here lately is hard gel, and we do dimensional nails where it looks like you're looking down into the nail.
Oh, very cool.
Bridget has some on, but I don't know if hers are quite dimensional, but yeah.
Mine aren't dimensional at all.
They're not.
No. They're clean, and they're short.
We could put some free edges on there.
Negative. How much is a pedicure? Jennifer's asking.
So it just depends what type of pedicure you want. Right now, a basic pedicure is $50, a gel is $70, and then it moves up to the specialties, and then I have a couple other ones I offer.
Right.
So,
but you're booked.
I am booked. Yep. I don't take walk-ins. I'm not someone that just, you want to come in one day, you have to plan. I can tell you people will give up their plans to not miss a nail appointment with me. I feel very, very blessed.
So if I come in there and say, hey, I've got a bad toe, Can you look at? You're like, sorry, we don't take walk-ins.
I'll look at your toe. We look at toes in the parking lot of places.
No,
I'm being serious. But
That's
yeah,
Dairy Queen right there.
Yeah.
Isn't it close? No.
we can have an ice cream. Look at toes.
Parfait.
So my specialty pedicures, they require a deposit that goes towards it, your service amount. So those, you have to put a deposit down.
Sure, I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, I'm ignorant to this side of it. Is there a certain brand you use or type you use or gloss?
Products?
Yes.
I
know that's Big Logan's always. She does a lot of hair coloring though. That's what her gig is.
Right now, I use a lot of young nail products when it comes to nails, but my polish, I kind of mix and match. It's what people like. So like your dip powder, you have different grades of it. You can go where it's a little bit coarse, and then you go to the finest dip powder. So I try to explain that to people so that if they like a color, but you don't want the thickness, this might give you a little bit more thickness than an S&S brand.
Okay.
So
I have to agree with you because I don't know any different.
So my thing I like to do is I like to educate people. There's not just one type of nails you can get. I think so often we're stuck on having acrylic nails, and you have acrylic and you have gel and you have fiber gel, which is a structured manicure. And you look at me confused. And
I just don't want nails down in the corner of my skin or scratchy. That's all I'm rooting for.
See, I could help you then.
How long does it take to get in? Just depends. What about daytime? Well, first, what are your hours?
So my hours, I'm usually there from 9 to about 6 or 7. If you want an evening, you're looking at next year. If you're wanting through the day, you're looking at probably almost mid-April to the end of April. So it just depends what time you want in.
Wow. I should have brought your stuff here and we could have made money right here.
My logo is a service like no other. And I try to give people what they can't get anywhere else. People want to come in and feel relaxed. They want to forget the world for a moment. And that's what we do. We call ourselves the Shackers.
Do you guys pour a drink for them while they're waiting?
Well, I actually offer drinks, not alcohol, but they can come in.
I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying.
There's water. There's soda pop.
Coffee.
No coffee yet. I know.
Doggone it.
And it's just
you can
me.
Buy a cheap one like I got it in a piece of cake.
And it's just me and my shop. So I have a lot of gentlemen that come to me because when they come in, they're comfortable. They don't have 20 women coming in and out staring at them. I offer a TV where the guys can watch TV. I put on YouTube for relaxation. So I just try to go that extra step. And like I said, offer something they can't get anywhere else.
That seems very cool.
Yeah.
And you're right there on Bridge Street, right off the highway.
Right off the
Easy
highway.
access.
Yep.
Especially if you're coming home from work every night like I am.
Yeah.
And I can stop in there, but I can't now. I have to wait till next year. Have you tried pumpkin spice? Kevin will be...
Pumpkin spice? I can actually get that in a pedicure. I can.
It'll look pumpkin-y.
It'll smell like pumpkin spice.
Really? Now we got to talk.
Yeah.
Because I'm a pumpkin spice guy.
I can get a pumpkin...
And my coffee only.
I actually have a pumpkin spice hand scrub right now sitting on my table.
Really?
I should have brought it in.
My morning crew, my morning shows, people would be going, he's one of them, would be going crazy because Coffee with Kevin, 6:30 every morning. And if you look, Mr. Pumpkin Spice. This was just made for me by Tommy Walls. And he got a kick out of that. I'm getting all sorts of... Kevin, wait until Seth hears of this. Yeah. Kevin should do a live pedicure. I will bring the coffee. No, that's not happening. I'm not.
I think we do need to do a live pedicure.
No.
We do.
That's fingers, right?
No, feet.
Oh, no. No, I'm not doing... But my feet are not going on camera.
But you'll get a massage as you're getting a pedicure.
I don't need a massage. I'm good. Who gives a massage?
The chair does.
Yes, live pedicure, manicure. You'll get a pedicure. No,
you will get a massage like no massage. My chairs are even different.
Start snoring right on camera.
No,
because you got me by my toenails. You can yank one, and I'm like, what happened to that toenail? It's gone.
I'll just file it down.
Yes, on every... No.
I think we should start
There's
this.
another morning person member right there. Rick, they're a morning guy.
I agree. We're going to make it a date.
I don't see it happening.
I do.
I work too many hours. And I got shows booked up all the way through April.
Well, we can plan for May.
That's my birthday month. I'm not working.
Well, then it'll be a happy birthday present.
Take the entire month off. No. I'm trying to get out of this, not into it. I've never had anybody touch my toes but me as far as clippers.
You have no clue what you're missing. My
Ignorance
dad
is blessed, though.
My dad's 72 and he now comes to me and get his toes worked on.
Can you book an appointment online? The people have spoken.
Yes.
Jennifer's being serious.
Yes, so if you go on to thenailshacksalon.com, you can go in and book, and you can also get on a wait list. And I tell people, if you get on my wait list and something messages you that there's an opening, you have about 2 minutes to grab it. And if you don't, it's gone.
I'm not free tomorrow, Trent. I got to work all day. What are your Saturday hours?
Saturday, I'm there from 9 to 1:30.
See,
and
I won't even be around. I'll be at work all day.
I'll make an exception for you.
I'll be coming through about 5:30.
Oh, yeah, I'll be gone. My boss, she's let me off next week.
I thought you're your boss.
She's mean.
You're your own boss. Yeah.
She said I was going to quit tomorrow at 2:30, and then I think she'll tell me to come back the next week.
Pedicures are wonderful. Kevin, I'll take your place for a pedicure. It's amazing. I love getting my feet done. Hello, Allie. I just have never had anybody work on my feet, and I don't want anybody working on my feet.
I say give a pedicure 4 tries, and after the 4th one, if you don't like it, it is not for you. I had one guy said that he almost kicked the last one in the face because he's so ticklish. He fell asleep.
I don't know if I'm ticklish.
Yeah, he just fell asleep.
I don't know if I'm ticklish, but I just don't know. Maybe more like, what are you doing? Why is that toenail bending up that way or something weird? I would
explain everything to you.
That don't make it right.
I see this happening. I do. I see this happening soon.
What's your ratio men to women? More women than men? Or is it 50-50, 60-40, 70-30?
I have more women than men, but I probably have about 10 men that come in now.
Regulars.
Yeah. And they may have started with, I had to have my wife come in with me. Bridget's husband comes in. Mindy Taylor's husband comes in.
Don't bust them out. I don't want you busting them out.
Oh, they'll tell you.
Oh.
They'll tell you.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
Oh, no.
And is it a weekly or is it a monthly or is it every couple months or 3 months, 6 months?
Most people go every 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
If you have toenail issues and you live far away, we'll go as far as 8 weeks.
Okay.
But we usually don't recommend going that long because then you're just starting over.
Manicures, yes, but I agree with the guy that said that. I don't know what he said. Which one you talking about, Allie?
Neither.
No. I mean, I'm digging ingrown toenails out and causing blood, and that's just I got to do that.
So sometimes you don't have an ingrown toenail. That's something I work with people on because I have a customized pedicure and a specialty pedicure. So the customized pedicure is for ingrown or impacted toenails. There are some things nail techs can't do, but there's my husband.
Nice to meet you, Ryan. We're giving her a hard time a little bit.
But a lot of times people think they have an ingrown toenail and it's just impaction, which is skin cells and fuzz and dirt just stuck underneath that toenail.
Oh, this is a hangnail, or this is ingrown because I can feel it cutting into my toe and then I get it out.
So what most people do is they get an ingrown toenail, they cut that toenail back, they get relief, that toenail grows back out because your skin plumps up, the toenail kind of sinks down in there and it starts poking, and then you cut it back. So there's a couple things we can do when you get a pedicure and as you come in to try to reverse that. And then there's sometimes people just have deep sidewalls and there's not much you can do but to have those sidewalls removed.
What?
I should have brought in. I'm coming back, and we're going to do a diagram and all that.
You need to cut that toenail level, not rounded. She's saying I have deep sidewalls. Sidewalls of the toe.
Yeah.
Of the toenail.
Yeah. So some people's toenails go real deep into the sidewalls, and they might arch.
Negative. I'm still in work clothes and nasty socks.
We need to see some toenails tonight.
I'm so uncomfortable right now. You have no idea. No moon shapes. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. This is
Should we show them some bad toenails?
negative. No.
She's got some pulled up. We need to show some.
I don't want to see them. You grab on that side.
See.
Show your no, Deborah. I'm not showing my feet on air. I just refuse. I don't even. That's why they invented sandals for guys. We just don't do that. Our feet take a pounding. I'm on pavement all day.
Do you wear sandals?
I'd rather be barefoot than anything.
So let me tell you something my husband does now. I'm going to call him out. He now, when we're out in the store, he's like, did you see those people's feet? I'm like, no. He's like, they need to come see you. They need a pedicure.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Yeah. So you can go to my Facebook or my Instagram and see toe pictures.
I don't think I'll ever go to your Instagram or Facebook now. I'm not no nasty toes or that's a
but
a deal breaker
it's seeing the beginning and the end. That's what you're looking at. Because we cosmetically changed the appearance of toes.
Flip flop weather's coming.
Are you ready?
Negative.
Okay.
I need to do some trim work down there and get them looking halfway decent. And I'll normally do that. Yes, I do. He says,
he looks at him.
That's so good. Logan, I find Logan doing that. Oh, Steph's on here. Not good. That's another morning person, and he's going to be all over me. I find Logan anywhere we go, she's looking at people's hair, saying I can do this or that, and it needs color here or there. Whoever colored that, didn't know what they're doing. She's burning her hair up, and that's just. I guess that's just part of the game. You guys are in. So.
Yep.
But it does fascinate me that you guys are the therapist.
Yeah.
For it's been a long time. You guys are the therapist for everybody that sits in that chair.
Yeah.
And I bet you have some good stories we don't need to go into.
We don't. I don't share anything because I don't remember anything.
Do you in one ear and out in the other? I
That's
saw
right.
you light up when you saw my name. I know, Seth. I apologize. It flustered me right there. But no, we're talking about toenails. And sidewalls and just I don't know, it sounds painful.
But it's not.
I mean, I'd rather have one of my toenails removed just completely, and it wouldn't. I thought about it myself.
No. I tell people
pair of pliers and to give it a yank.
No.
It'll hurt for a little bit, but
then if you damage the matrix, that toenail can grow back even worse.
Put some hydrogen peroxide on it, and it's gonna be good as gone.
No.
I always come in weird times. I know Seth. Seth will pay for your pet. It isn't painful to get a toenail yanked out. I'll do it tonight on one of them. It wouldn't bother me a bit. I don't know. Is it painful to yank one out?
I don't know. Now, what? So this is what I tell people. I'm like
remove it.
I am the perfect person to come to because I'm not only a type 2 diabetic, I've also had my 2 big toenails removed. What
is a 2 big toenail?
My 2 big toenails.
2 big toenails.
Yeah.
I thought you said tubic.
Tubic.
I'm like, what's a tubic?
How's that fast talking?
I guess.
No, but both of my big toenails have been removed.
They're gone?
Prior to school because they were thick. They
Makes
had
it
fungus
easy for
in it.
painting. You only got 8 to do.
So he's crazy tonight.
No, I'm just saying.
That's
You're
true.
saving money.
I am. Yeah.
So did you pull them?
No, I had them removed. And when the second one I had removed, I went through nail school and I had to do a project, and I did one on how they removed a toenail.
That's not going to happen, Allie. That is not going to happen. No, not a chance.
You still get charged the same whether you have 8 toenails or 10.
There's no discount. Kevin, maybe you should just sit in the massaging chair and soak your feet and chill. No, because then I'd rather get my toenails removed than eat.
Yes, they numb it up.
Crawfish, they numb it up. I have had my 2 big nails removed. My toes are like yours.
Yeah.
So you have a shot to numb it?
Well, I can't. I went to a podiatrist, but what I tell people is try me first. We can start. See, try my services before you go and have a toenail removed. You're not supposed to work on anything that's infected. So if you have infection, athlete's feet, plantar warts, we're not supposed to work on you.
I don't have anything like that.
Yeah. But like when you have thick fungal nails, there's a product I use. I just was introduced to another one called CNU, but
I don't have thick fungal nails. Let's clarify that.
You don't.
I just need to trim my nails. It's just that time of year.
Okay.
That time of century. I can't sit there at work with a razor on my toenails. That might get me in trouble.
Yeah, I probably would.
But fingers is different.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I could not. I could not, and just as honest can be, I couldn't take off somebody's shoe and sock and see dried raisins or something for toenails because I would be like, I'm done. Sorry.
Can we post some pictures of what I've done so people can see
not
them?
on my page. Go to her page. Hold up. She's a professional toenail remover. Don't get on her bad side. I know. You'd be nubbing.
Yeah.
And I want the one. I want to take the one out. It's just a pain, and I may just yank it myself.
But why would you do that?
Because it's cost effective.
No. Because if I can go in and cosmetically change it without you pulling a toenail out or having it,
thank you, Eli.
Or without it being removed, you're better off doing that.
But that's not cost effective.
Why not?
If I remove it at my own price, then it's gone.
But you're not going to remove it because you got to use a form of like an acid to kill the matrix, which is the root, so it does not grow back.
Is Keanu Reeves involved in the matrix at all?
He is.
I want to clarify it. Different type of matrix, right? I didn't even know there was a matrix on my toe.
Well, it's called a matrix, your root. Yeah.
Okay, the root.
So if you don't kill that root, that toenail is going to grow back.
And it could come back at any angle.
Any angle, any
just
thickness.
Tape it down and make sure it grows straight. Have you seen stuff like this before?
I'm telling you, I think we need to show some pictures. I think people need to see.
There's enough pictures like that on TikTok and iFunny back in the day.
It's just you and Trina. No other folks are there.
It's nice and relaxing.
So
I believe that.
So I posted my toe pictures on TikTok, and I got banned a couple times for nudity and sexual content.
Have you seen some of the stuff that comes across the screen on TikTok?
Yeah.
And you can't do toe pics?
One I got back. One of my pictures I got back. And the other said, nope, you violated. So yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I didn't run into the toe pics. But I know that's kind of crazy to kick you off for that. Because there's days when I'm like, when did I get in this algorithm? And how do I get out of it?
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, okay. This is the over 18 club I'm on here all of a sudden.
And the thing is with when you have bad toenails, 70% of the population has something wrong with their feet. 70%.
It's a chronic problem. Let's see. Can they unalive the part of the matrix where it grows ingrown? Can they unalive the part? Can they kill that off?
I don't understand what she means.
Like, I think the corners, side walls.
Yeah, they can take the side walls out. So a lot of times if people's got ingrown toenails, they'll take out the side walls.
So what I'm seeing is like a standard piece of paper, and if I cut an inch off each side of that paper, that's what you're doing?
Right. So they'll do one side.
That's painful.
So let me tell you something I see, but people don't know it's happening because they don't get pedicures probably often enough. So when you get your sidewalls cut and it grows out, those sidewalls, when they start getting like when the toenail starts relaxing, they start curling in and under, and by the time you realize that, I can't reverse that.
Trina is great. She fixed my toe problem. Want to set up a couple mani-patties? Me, you, no, your toenails relax.
So when you have your sidewalls cut out, the side that's left, your toenail that's left,
which is just a square rectangle now,
they'll start getting thick and they'll start curling in and under because there's nothing to anchor them down.
So in and under this way or up front?
Side. Up and under, yeah. But if you are getting pedicures and your nail technician can see that, you can put a band of acrylic at the back of the nail to widen that toenail back out. There's so much that can be done that people don't know about.
Ignorance is bliss. I've said this twice now on the show, and I'm like very uncomfortable.
So what I try to do is I try to inform people. I feel like educate's too big of a word, but just try to inform them of what options you have and what you can do before you go and have that toenail removed.
You're educating them because you're giving them an option too.
Right. You know, and there's some funguses on the toenail that he's getting nauseous.
Hope you're enjoying your dinner. Eat that chips and dip.
There's some fungus that you cannot clear up. A lot of your funguses can be started from athlete's feet. It gets into the toenails.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What is I saw an ad once where you put something on them and it kills all the fungus. Is that available? Are you saying it still doesn't matter? There's still some things you can't get rid of. There's
some things you can get rid of. You can use Lamisil that's from a doctor. That's an oral medication. And
wouldn't antibiotics treat it?
No. So the other thing is a lot of people will say, well, I got this fungus from a nail salon. Probably not, because a fungus has to have a warm, dark, moist area to grow in. And if you go and get a pedicure and a couple weeks later,
like my socks right now.
Right. You can walk in dirt and get a fungus on your toenail.
If you get a pedicure with ingrown toenails, it is best to call and make an appointment.
Right. So if you need a pedicure for an ingrown toenail, you'll book it online and I'll send you an invoice to pay a deposit. And then once you pay that, then I'll accept your appointment. Seth is not being very nice tonight with that pukey face.
He's one of my favorite morning people.
He is.
Him and Trina and Rick. There's probably like 30 on there at 6:30 in the morning.
We're going to set up for pedicures for all you guys one day.
But that'll be like 2026, and some of my toes can't grow that long. I'll need the power cutters to get through them if I wait that long.
Not with my e-file.
Do you have like?
I got carbide bits.
That's what I need. Something big and hefty on one of them.
I got one.
You think I'm kidding? No. What is your price range? Rick says he's in. Hello, John.
Allie,
what you want, Allie, and she, other than a specific price she gave tonight, she said go to the www.thenailshack.com.
Thenailshacksalon.com. That gives you all of my prices. Yeah. I got some toe pictures on there.
Note to self: do not go to www.thenailshacksalon.com. I'm just not a big toe person like that.
Yeah, and most people aren't.
Especially when I know it's going to be yellow or green. I'm not going there.
Well, but the reason I post those is because there's somebody out there that will see that picture and say, I saw that, and I come in.
Listen, I'm not being very mean. I'm just a queasy, picky person. The sight of mayonnaise makes me want to jump in the lava. Yeah, he's sheltered. He lives out in the country. Probably not far from your business. He lives over by Monrovia.
I live in Monrovia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seth? I don't want to give specific addresses. CNA here. Toe picks are at least...
See, she understands.
But I'm not in the medical
field.
Know. And that's why I'm not in the medical field. I was attached to a medical unit once in the military, and I was like, no, I can field dress a compound fracture real quick and move on with the bone jab me in the forehead. But I there's some things I just can't do.
Yeah.
I'd rather see that than give someone a shot or get a shot.
Yeah,
a leg twisted completely the other way.
See, I can't do that.
I can do that.
Yeah, I can't
do that. But you
say,
hey, give that person that shot. I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I live on Baltimore Road. My dad was Brian Ringer. Worked for the sheriff's department. Was a deputy.
I turn on Baltimore Road every day to come home from work.
You could stop at his house out there at Paul Engels and give him a pedicure.
I could, couldn't I? Yeah.
And his lovely wife would probably, when you take someone's socks off,
I've seen it. Yep.
Right now, dust could probably fly off my socks. I've had them on since 6:30 this morning. 6 o'clock this morning.
Those are feet that are very dehydrated. They need a lot of help. Yeah. And you know what? The worse the feet, the worse the toenail, the better I like the pedicure.
So you enjoy what you do.
I do, because like I said, on the really bad feet, I know I keep talking about the really bad feet, but when someone comes in and they're like, I can't wear my shoes because my toes are hurting so bad, and they walk out.
I've been there before.
Right, and they walk out and they're like, I've never had my feet feel like this before. That tells me I've done my job.
Interesting. I'm sweating.
I'm gonna if you give me your address and a PM, I'll drop you off some toe pictures.
Just send him to your site, evidently, Or the good ones are on your site. This is like
some of them
you
are.
can go to the page, but then you got to pay for the fans only section of the toenails. Ugh!
I should have done that and made some money, shouldn't I?
You should have. I guarantee. But you'd have to get clearance from.
Well, it doesn't have people's faces on them. It's just toes.
But isn't it like a HIPAA thing? You're showing toenails to somebody?
I don't think so.
Because you're not physically.
That's right.
Surgery or anything like
Right.
that. Yeah, she's not medical. There
No,
you go.
not medical.
Ouch. I
should be a podiatrist, though.
Can you get away from feet? I mean, is
No.
that your go-to? The feet? How you doing? Your toenails need help? Seth, we can do a buddy package. John wants in now too. John, you can take my spot, bud. I'm good. Recorder's ready. You love to much love to you and your craft. You're one tough woman.
So I think tomorrow morning when you get on here, you should ask all these people if they had nightmares tonight.
I'm not going to go look at the pictures, so I'm going to be good. I'm not. It's not going to bother me.
Can we show fingernail pictures?
I've seen some messed up fingernails, and
No,
I've taken this finger and jammed it all the way underneath here before.
Oh, I don't have those types of pictures.
Yeah, that was fun getting that popped back into place. No break somehow, no tears, but I basically had bone under bone, and I was like, "Hey, why is the top part of my finger completely flat?"
See, that's just too much for me.
That was
see that Jennifer Birchfield? She just booked with me.
Did she? Really?
No, she's on my wait list.
Oh,
see, it tells me. I don't know. I'd have to go in and see when she's wanting in.
What she's wanting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen some crushed fingernails from football and the military and stuff like that where you're like, where'd your fingernail go? It's completely gone. Had a guy on a grease gun stick the nozzle and accidentally squirt it, and his finger swelled up like a pumpkin, and it was complete. His whole finger was full of grease, and the fingernail was about ready to pop off. It literally was lifted up off of it.
Oh my
they had
gosh.
to surgery it and scrape it off the bone. That was interesting.
Yeah.
That was a good one. So I don't think he could do anything to save that fingernail at that point in time. He was a big boy though too. He laughed at it. I'm like, dude, your finger looks like a large cucumber right now.
Now, if you got a cracked fingernail, I can help.
You put some acrylic on it, like what's that Safe Auto where they fix your windshield and you put it on there and buff it out and they take the quick pics and you see
So I would use fibergel or fiberglass if you have a crack. Like I had one lady, she stuck her hand in her pocket and she had dip powder on and it cracked all the way through to the nail bed.
Ouch.
So we took it off and then we put some fiberglass on it with some glue and it's not the fiberglass you're thinking. It's what we use in the nail world. So
Owens Corning, does it itch or what?
No, not this one.
Fingernails don't itch. Perfect. Listen, this is the right time to do it right now. John, I apologize. I mean, it is what it is. The Nail Shack Salon in Mooresville, where you can get your toenails ripped out now and your sidewalls trimmed.
Your sidewalls. And your fungus filed down.
Fungus file, but you don't do fish.
No, but I do file down the fungus.
Let's boil her up.
There's Carl.
That's Carl from the auction right there.
Yep. I see him on Monrovia Chat a lot of times.
Is he out there causing trouble? Does he pick on anybody specifically from Martinsville? Keep telling
I don't think so.
Yeah, he does me.
Is he the one that said he might know my brother?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Her brother's a bass fisherman, Carl.
Yeah, you might know him. So.
Hold up, my wife just said she's done her nails.
I have? Okay.
Lorena?
Is that a good thing?
Lorena Ringer.
I know who that is, I think.
That's Seth's wife.
Wait, yeah. She was just in like a month ago.
See, it's a small world.
Because her coworker comes to me too right now.
Seth's next. It's a small world in the toenail business.
It is.
I did not see it going this direction. When I was thinking nails, I was like, nails, we're going to stay hands. Everything hand. I work at the hospital.
Yes. So her coworker.
Famous someone knows me. There you go.
I'm sorry.
Lorena works at the hospital and you did her nails. Lorena?
Yep. She got dip powder.
Did she trim sidewalls or?
No, she did hands.
Okay, so you can only, my virgin hands and feet are a perfect job. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel, Seth. So you can't trim the sidewalls and fingers, only toenails.
Well, you wouldn't want to. You don't get ingrown fingernails. You just normally get ingrown toenails.
This is true.
So if you think about this too, when you're young, you have good toenails, good fingernails, and as you get older, you get
because life beats the tar out of you.
You get thick nails and then thin fingernails. So
it's all that dead skin.
It is.
That's all it is. And I've gone through some layers. Just letting you know.
I might go get me a pedicure somewhere.
Where do you get your stuff done?
I don't.
You can't do it yourself.
So my daughter, I have to beg her to work on my feet. Is she doing your toenails?
Read back up, Carl, about the last half an hour. It gets pretty violent from people.
We're going to do a live here in a few weeks.
Negative, we're not doing a live. I'm not showing anybody my dirty feet.
Well, they wouldn't see your feet.
They wouldn't see anything. Wow. There'd be a picture of a cat that's climbing on a wire, and I'd be like, hey, it was great. Perfect. We're done. Peace out.
The fingers get skin hangnails.
Yes, I get hangnails.
Yep, you get hangnails. Yep.
But I just cut it with a razor.
So I don't know if anybody knows this, but if you do not push your cuticles back, they will grow the length of your fingernails. And that's a lot of times where you get your hangnails.
I don't know if I got cuticles that long.
If you don't push them back, they will be.
How do you fundraiser, John? I can speak for the people I don't want to say. Bingo! How do you
fundraiser? See?
No. How do you push your cuticle back?
With a cuticle pusher or a wood stick or something.
Next to the Mars bar at Walmart or what? A wood stick.
They call it a wood stick that we have.
My husband needs his feet worked on. Oh, the truth comes out. Oh, I love that statement. He's gonna throw up now. Wait,
yeah.
What? Like a spoon from the kitchen?
No.
A wooden spoon?
We call him a wooden stick. It's a cuticle pusher. You always want to push your cuticles back when they're soft, not when they're dry. Because if you have sticky cuticles, you'll be in trouble.
She said bad.
She said they're bad, yes.
That sounds more painful than anything. Pushing my cuticle back.
You push them back and you trim off what is dead.
What determines what's dead? What you just did to it probably killed it.
It's white.
Is it all white? That's all I see. Are my cuticles back?
Yeah. I can see them from here. You need a manicure.
These have been good for 56 years, though.
No, you need a manicure.
The razor works fine. See?
Clean the cuticles, the best part.
I got 78 Bronco feet. I was told by a customer at Zare that about 45 years ago, soak my nails and push the cuticles back.
Yes.
Soak them in what, though?
You can soak them in warm water. Or when you get out of the shower.
I have to pee if I put my feet in warm water.
Yeah, after you get out of the shower and you can push them back. Yep. I
did a manicure every 3 weeks. I get a manicure.
Yeah.
Soften those cuticles first. This has been educational. I never thought I'd go this way.
Yeah.
I didn't know what we'd talk about, but I didn't think green, yellow, nasty, huge toenails and sidewalls and ingrown toenails. And now we're on to cuticles, which it just gives me the heebie-jeebies for some reason. I can't deal with that.
Well, you have people who are nip happy, and those are the people who...
Some of us are nip happy.
Right. Those are people who want to cut every single piece of skin on your finger.
Honey, I've seen your feet. I get a manicure nails every 3 weeks.
Yeah. But I'm not one of those people that have to cut every single thing off their finger. I need his nails done and a facial and all cleaned up.
No. He's another morning one. Not happening. That's the Paragon Homecoming. And I have to judge. They want me to judge the cutest girl contest.
Okay.
But the trick is, they're not girls. It's a thing they've been doing that for decades. So it's guys dressed up as girls, and you got to pick the cutest one. And the winner kisses the judge on the cheek, and I'm like, I ain't doing that. I can't do that. Thank you.
Yeah. It's the hunkiest contest.
Hunkiest. I'm sorry, John.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but they're basically in drag. I'm not doing that. And they raise big money out of it and have fun with it and all that. I see that, but
that might be a really good picture.
Start. I don't want to public humiliate you and Morgan County sweetheart. I want to mess up with my road. I said I would do it from my car through a loudspeaker. They with my windows locked and everything else. They didn't like that. Gosh darn it! I wish I could afford manicures right before the pandemic Kevin, not the cheek. No. I think I'd rather chew on a nasty toenail. Trina is very gentle when working on your nails and feet. I don't deny that. She's very popular. I think she does a wonderful job. It's just this guy doesn't want to have that happen. And I can work on my own with a razor. Tomorrow morning I'll get to work, and if I see one long, I'll trim it with a razor.
Next time I'm coming prepared.
Yeah, they literally have pieced together $1,000. And now I feel bad because that's what we do here.
Could we raise money for a dog rescue and have you come in and get a pedicure?
Don't do that to me. That's not. There's another $100.
Please.
What dog rescue? Because I go through Heroes Wildlife with Otis.
There's one I'm following right now.
He sends it to vets and places, and they do stuff like that.
There's two I'm following right now. For the Four-Legged Ranch in Mooresville, and I can't think of the Lucy's or another one that's based in Indiana.
Where's the Two-Legged Ranch in Mooresville? Four-legged ranch. Two-legged, four-legged.
Four-Legged Ranch. They're right off of Rooker. I say Rooker Road, but they're way out in the country.
Okay.
And then there's another one that they pulled a dog. I said I would help sponsor the dog if they would pull that dog, or if they could find a sponsor or a foster.
Otis is down off Bottom Road, Cemetery and Henderson Ford, and he's out that way.
Then Four-Legged Ranch is out kind of that way, because
this is Heroes Wildlife and Rescue.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've heard of that one.
He does marvelous, a lot of veteran work. He's a former command sergeant major. I graduated with him. Yeah. He's been on a couple times. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
I would support his stuff.
Yeah. Four-Legged Ranch, they try to rescue a lot of your pit bulls.
Yeah.
And then I think the other one does that as well. So
yes, Otis turns them into service dogs, and so
yeah.
Don, he has to judge us. He's already committed to all the money.
Come on.
I feel myself getting sick the closer we get to that. What day is it? August 30th through September 1st. I don't know if I'm gonna make that. I'm feeling puny right now.
We can make it.
That's
I'll even come in on my day off.
No, thank you, but no. I sincerely. Just stop, John. You guys are brutal. Make me feel horrible.
See, I think if they can raise $2,000,
here's what we do.
Okay,
we'll kill the cameras and we'll talk about it off air. And what we'll do is have some dummy feet set up there, and I'll be like, in the background. You fix them up, and 1,000 can go to your charity, and 1,000 go to my charity, and they'll never know.
But now they know that.
They don't listen. They'll forget. I'll tell them we're not doing that tomorrow morning.
Now they're being...
Carl goes for the juggler. I'm over it. They've been on me for about 4 days now, and I'm over it. Every show, one of them pops on it. Seth, Carl, Rick, Trent, my sister, Shelly. There's a few of them that just instantly, you got to do it. Allie's one of them. She's acting all nice and innocent, but she's got me hit in the face with a pie twice because of stuff like this. So.
Yeah, mine would be more gentle. So,
but the pie thing's done, and then I get to taste pie. Your toenail thing that could take.
But see, I can give you pie to eat while you're getting your feet done.
That's the last thing I want to do is eat pie while I'm getting my toenails ripped out.
See, I'll go to Gray's and get you a pie.
I'll go in there tonight and rip the one out with the pliers, and then be like, "Hey, I can't."
I think we're going to be looking at toenails tonight.
It's over, Leslie.
No. See?
No.
So what?
And I'll bring you my toenail. I'll put it in a jar and seal it and bring it to you. Hang it on your wall. There you go. Ugh.
I could say, the other night I went home, I told my husband, I said, I think I got feet particle in my hair. I need a shower.
That is enough.
I had some bad pedicures the other day.
Wait a minute. What is this? She should come to homecoming, set a booth up. We could learn about feet. Kevin gets feet done. I'm going to quit. This is my last show ever.
I think I should be on here more often.
No, I don't think that's happening.
I do.
No.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Well, I'm going to be on here more often, and we're going to show the progress with your feet.
Hang on. Someone's sending me messages, and I can't see who it is. I apologize. Oh, this is rough. This is rough. Do the Friday night with the Shackers. No. What is it?
So the Shackers went out for a Christmas party this last year. We went and had Mexican.
Who's the Shackers? You guys are the Shackers.
We're the Shackers.
You went.
So
where'd you go for Mexican?
So this is what I do for people. And I don't know of any other business that really does this except for your big corporations. But when I opened my business, like I said, I wanted to be different than everybody else. And I take my top people who have been with me every 2 to 3 weeks. Right.
Ryan, I might need that.
But I take my top people that come in, and I do something for Christmas. So there's about 21 of us that went out, and I bought their Christmas dinner.
Well, that was very kind of you.
So every year I try to do something different. The year before I played Santa Claus. Imagine that. But I try to be, like I said, I try to be different than every other shop. And
very kind of you to buy them dinner.
Yeah.
But
and I even let the husbands come this year.
As much as I love food, there ain't enough food. I'm sorry.
We had Mexican.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You can have taco burrito is my favorite.
Well, we're going to change that. Ryan, I think you should hold his hand.
I think you guys might have to strap me down is what's going to happen.
We can do that too.
Probably so.
Yeah.
The name of the place is the Nail Shack Salon.
The Nail Shack.
The Nail Shack. I apologize. It is 570
East Bridge Street.
East Bridge Street in Mooresville. Trina Russell is her name. She does more than work on nasty guys' feet. She does wonderful on toenails. She's booked solid in the evenings till 2025.
Probably.
Anything for my lovely bride. That's very kind of him.
Yes.
And if you want to get into her, there you can go to her site, www.thenailsaloonshack. The Nail Shack Salon.
TheNailShackSalon.com.
.com. I was close. Coming, I'll buy you 2 cones. See, now Rick's working the angle that would probably get me there.
Ryan will probably post his. Well, no. No, Ryan, don't post your toes right now that I'm behind.
Well, now.
Yeah, you don't want to see his feet right now.
I don't know if we got to it or got interrupted. Who does yours? Toenails.
So my daughter will do them. I just let her do the main stuff. No cuticle nipping. Just because I'm a diabetic, and if
that makes sense,
so I'm very cautious.
That makes sense.
But she'll file my feet. She'll polish my toes, and if we go up to my shop, she'll let me soak my feet. But yeah,
I was wondering how that worked.
She takes care of Mom.
Because you ever try to cut a fingernail with your left hand? I mean,
you see this hand?
Yeah.
I sculpted all these. This is my non-dominant hand.
Right.
So yeah, when you're trying to form stuff, yeah.
Especially when I don't have my glasses in the room with me, when I'm actually at home and I don't have a razor and I get the thing out, I'm like, where's I come back, I'm like, I got it.
Yep.
That nail's gone. So book your tickets to Judging Contest.
Getting his toes done.
It'd take more than 2 conies, I'm telling you. You have to up that coney. You have to up the coney.
See, they just need to contact me without you knowing, and we'll set something up. And then when everyone's sitting there watching, you'll have to do it. You won't have a choice.
There's always a choice. Just
never
run. It's not that I don't trust your work. It wouldn't matter who was sitting across from me. I don't think I could do that. I thought about it. Like I say, I used to take my kids and sit there and watch them, and they get the mani-pedis.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
some people can't do it.
No.
But I've never had anyone come in and say, I'll never get this again.
Right. No.
Never.
Because they enjoy it. They're there.
I have
6 conies.
So I have one of my ladies.
My house payment coming up. So
she's coming in 3 weeks. She's driving from Springfield, Illinois. She has ingrown toenails, and she's coming back to me. She stays the night. She comes and gets her pedicure.
So this is a girl you're working on, and she gets ingrown toenails. Why haven't you removed her sidewalls?
I did, and she thought she had them fixed, and she's like, I can go back to this shop and get my toenails worked on, and she did, and they gave her ingrown toenails again. Yeah. So. Yeah. But she's coming from Illinois.
She sounds like she just get those toes that are ingrown removed.
No.
The toe, the incomplete
She just needs to come to Trina.
What would it cost to get my sidewalls done on 2 big toes?
I work on all 10 or nothing.
So you'd have to remove sidewalls on all 10? Well, that little toenail's just a
Well,
little bitty booger thing. I mean, you cut
No,
the
I don't-
sidewalls off,
I
it'd
don't-
be a sliver.
I can't remove sidewalls. I'm not a doctor.
Oh, so you don't remove the
Right.
sidewalls.
The doctor
Do they get
does.
it like a saw when they do that?
They take
they
a
acid?
scalpel and they cut up underneath the toenail and all the way to the root.
Okay, I'm gonna throw
Okay.
up.
I can tell you. I just clean out your sidewalls. I clean out all the junk and fuzz and sock fuzz and soap and.
I don't have fuzz in my sidewalls.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
You sound interested in negative, John. Negative. I don't have fuzz in my sidewalls.
You'd be surprised what I can pull out of people's toenails.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Worst gig. Doing toenails or cleaning somebody's belly button out? Because that's what you're describing, dirt and fuzz.
Toenails.
Yeah, the belly button sounds gross to me.
So I've had toenails probably this thick and file them down. Yeah, and then file them down.
How do they get that thick?
So when you get fungus, your nails are one layer, and as you get a fungus, they start separating into several layers. So when you have a fungus on your toenails and you come in, I file 50% of that toenail off according to the thickness. And then you start the product that we have, and you come in and we file all that off and trim it and try to keep it from invading the
I
new.
don't have that. I'm glad I don't, but
I
I'm
know.
wondering. So they've let it go too far.
Right.
Okay. It's not like they wake up one day and go,
Right.
I got a 4-inch toenail that's green.
Right. So like one of my ladies, she had it, she had like a fungus on the corner of her toe. We can't diagnose, so I can't say this is what you have.
Sure.
She had a doctor, couldn't even clear it up. She come to me, she used a product, in 8 months, she's free of it.
But did you work on it while it was fungi?
Yeah. She come every 4 weeks for a pedicure, used the product, and it's never came back.
That's.
And then I had another lady, she had jammed her fingernail and it lifted.
I've done that.
And she was told by another
I clipped it
salon
off.
that she should never have anything done to her hands. It would never be the same. I think I'd have to look at my book, but I think in 6 to 8 weeks it was completely reattached.
I caught one in a mesh net one time and ripped it half back and just clipped it.
You can't talk like that. I can't handle that part.
But I mean, that's easy for me because I see it, I know what's wrong, and I get rid of it.
Yeah.
You're digging sidewalls out with fuzz in them, and you're worried about me ripping a fingernail off?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
No. Fingernails can hurt though.
They can.
It's some little painful area. You got to buck up. Maybe a shot of whiskey and then some ibuprofen later. You just got to do what you got to do.
Oh, why?
I'm still not toenail savvy yet, though. All right, so next week you have to be at Carl's place, and you're going to do his toenails super great.
I
And
should.
Seth and Trent. You notice Trent scattered. He's gone.
Yeah, he
And Seth,
did. He
I think Seth
disappeared.
went to throw up, so... The other one's standing there, John and Carl. And Rick.
But see, now his wife...
Lorena knows.
She knows where to bring him now.
Yes, I think they're arguing over his feet.
They probably are.
Horrible.
I'll probably have a couple of these people show up at my door tomorrow.
Just be like, hey, I'm single now. Can you do a single ladies or a single guy's hands and feet?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Anything else you like to discuss? I get my toes done from time to time. Carl.
See?
Do you go to Trina?
Where do you get your toes done?
You're going to give somebody some free advertisement here. I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, put the initials out. I'll probably know.
I bet she's got a family member that's... I'm not proud, Kevin. Clean health.
Yeah, but when you get a pedicure, the thing that a lot of people don't understand is you're not looking at the bottom of your feet and the health of your feet. And there's a lot of stuff we can see that most people don't see.
No, I don't stare at the bottom of my feet. I haven't looked at them in a while.
Another thing is people want all the calluses gone, and you can't get rid of every callus off your foot. And if someone's a diabetic, you don't want someone shaving off a callus either, because there could be something hiding under there that's a health issue. There could be an ulcer.
That's painful.
Yeah. So
That is painful.
Yep.
Anything else you'd like to discuss that's not disgusting?
We can talk about anything.
It's whatever my wife wants to go, where she chooses to go. Kevin can't see his feet, right? I don't want to see my feet. I'm at a loss for words now.
See?
I really am.
You had no clue what was coming in here tonight.
570 East Bridge Street, Mooresville, down by Lowe's, down by Dairy Queen in that area, by the karate place. Trina Russell. If you get on her site, if you want to book, now that we know her, she's easygoing. I might have to check this out. There you go. John's going to come in and get one done. So, and you already got a booking from tonight.
And I have a guy coming in with his wife tomorrow. They get pedicures about every 6 weeks.
Do they come in together?
Yes. They turn on a movie. They watch a movie. We actually turn the light off, and they have a spa day. She gets her pedicure, and they're watching a movie
once.
It's not completely dark because I got to be able to see with my light. Okay, but she gets her pedicure, and then he gets his, and they're watching a movie, and yeah. Wow. I'm telling you, as I said, it's a service like no other. And then what was it? What was that snowstorm we had about a month ago? Remember how bad it got? Mm-hmm. And my client was leaving. I went out and cleaned her car off for her, shoveled a pathway. And she goes, "You don't get this anywhere else."
Right.
But I didn't do it to be recognized. I did it because it's a service like no other. See?
That's the motto, a service like no other.
See, he's even saying you're missing out.
I don't pay attention to a few of them on there. Trust me. They're out to injure or get me in pain in some way or another. That's their whole reason for existence on the page. Trina,
all right.
Clearly you do good work. You got customers coming in from all the world. It was very nice meeting you.
Thank you for having me.
Did not go the way I thought it would. I know. What's the cost for movie night? I know.
What's the cost for movie?
Do I have to get my toes done, or can I just come in there and hang out and eat popcorn?
Hey, I'll rent my chair out for a massage and no feet.
Now that might get me.
And people do that.
That'd be awesome.
So yeah.
We'll have to get you back in sometime.
Anytime.
When my feet don't need touched.
We should do it before and after next time.
Before and after what? Let's clarify. Feet. Oh, no.
I'm challenging your followers to raise money.
Are irrelevant right
to raise
now.
money, and
that
we'll split
page
it.
I could X out of, and they're irrelevant, completely irrelevant. What's the cost for a petty movie with wife? Come on, Kevin, at least one. No, this is before.
We can always fake the picture and pretend what we think is your feet.
That's sorry, it wouldn't hurt me because I know we're just talking in circles now.
I know
it's not going to go. Sorry.
We'll see.
We could raise a ton of money. I know we could raise money. A cause will come up here in the next 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, and then we'll reevaluate this.
We'll do that.
I still won't get my teeth done, my toes done.
If you go a couple doors down, she can whiten your teeth.
Oh, I don't want to go to.
Okay.
No, the dentist is the second evil thing on the planet.
Oh, she can tattoo your eyebrows and everything.
No. Why would I want my eyebrows tattooed?
I don't know. Maybe you want some eyelashes?
No, these have worked fine for 56 years. I don't even have tattoos. I don't wear jewelry. I don't dye or do anything. Okay. None of that stuff.
We'll just polish the toes.
I gotta go. I gotta go. No. I'll go with. Leslie said she'd go with.
See?
What movie we watching?
You guys can pick any movie you want.
I can bring any movie I want?
No, I got Netflix, I got Disney, I got Peacock, I got Freevee.
That's all the stuff I got here. I've already seen them all.
Yeah, but see, when you're in the moment and you got that nice Coke Zero or Diet Coke sitting there.
I don't drink Coke.
See?
Kevin's a big sissy.
See? They're saying make an appointment.
Negative. No. It's not happening. I can't do it.
You're letting these people down.
I've let them down before.
I know.
And there'll be another time later in the week. You gotta stand my ground every now and then. I let them smoke me in the face in my captain's chair here, right on camera, with a pie. Kevin, get your pedicure and you enter yourself in the pedicure. Exactly, it's full circle now. Let me know, and I'll go live on Facebook when he does.
We can go live.
I have the ability to go live. I understand that completely.
We could just go on the TikTok world and let the whole world see it.
This goes all over the planet.
Yeah.
This stays up forever.
So we could do a couple different lives.
We, like you and Carl? Because I don't know who we is. I want to clarify who we is.
Carl and I can start it, and then you can sit back.
I'm not involved in that we. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Carl, we're going to make this happen.
Let me dwell on it, because then I'll expect something in return, and it'll be equal or better than. Because if we're going to bargain, we're going to bargain.
Okay. Okay.
So you're going to trim my toenails on camera.
Okay.
Carl, Kevin, you'll love it. Stop your knots. Brandy, anyone knows? I'm a big no guy lately. I'm a big no guy. I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of irons in fire right now. Ignore him. Trust me. He's the one who made me wear a Purdue championship shirt in here. You know, he did donate quite a big sum of money for me to do that. So
I think we should raise money for a charity. I really
Charity
do.
needs to get a job, because I'm not giving her any more money.
The puppy dogs need help.
Don't, because that's a soft spot. I noticed. It doesn't take that long for a patty.
So a guy,
the like I said, for Otis and his Heroes Wildlife Adventure, I would. They're good folks.
yeah.
Deanna and Otis. Yeah, the golf outing's coming up. The eclipse first, then the golf outing.
What golf outing?
We do our Port Sun golf outing where we raise scholarship money for
Okay.
2 students in Morgan County.
Okay.
It's at the end of April 28th or 27th this year. I can't remember.
See, my thing is I want to get more involved in that stuff, but I am so busy.
Really? Now we have something to barter with.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the
flip side
K9 golf outing they had last year, I wanted to try to be there.
Was that Otis's?
Um,
Paul's putting for Paws? That's what his is this year in August.
This was over.
It's in Mooresville.
Where was this? Was over kind of by Brookmore Edition. I can't think of that golf course. But I wanted to go there and kind of be part of that. But I have to have almost a year to year and a half to take a day off. Like,
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
um,
I'm getting tuckered out.
see,
I
we're not
gotta
talking
be.
enough.
No, I'll be go to the gym when I leave
Enough.
here, and then I'll be ready to come home and go to bed.
Yeah. So that was for like a K9. They raised money, and I think your brother was supposed to be there at that one, and that's what happened that morning. They found out.
Really?
Yeah. Elaine, I want to call her Elaine White, but I think it's White still. She's on my Facebook page, and Teresa Brandon was part of it.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Um,
But Timmy knew everyone.
yeah.
Literally everybody. Everybody's like, Kevin, you know everybody. I was like, not compared to him.
Yeah. So I don't know if
He's
he
on
was.
the north side of Indy, and he knows 20 people in the restaurant we go into.
Yeah. So I don't know if he was supposed to be there or if that's when something happened with him.
Probably.
But yeah.
What time of year was it?
That was in
may-
October.
Oh, that was, he passed 10-4.
That's what it was, I think.
Yeah, so he was in the hospital.
Was it
He
on
was
a
in the
Thursday?
hospital. He passed Wednesday. But
Oh, yeah.
But he was, Saturday went in, Sunday morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So he was only there he went on October 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he must had just passed away, and the next day the golf outing
Yeah.
was. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that golf outing. I barely remembered anything to do with the next 2 weeks, pretty much
Yeah.
after that. So,
But yeah.
well,
I'm
he would
trying
have been
to-
there. Trust me, 'cause
Yep.
he didn't miss.
I think he was supposed to be there.
He didn't miss. The only time, matter of fact, I'm going to tell a story. The last time we went fishing was out at Swango's about 2 months prior.
Yeah.
And that's the only time he would ever, like, come on, we're going fishing. We got to get up early. I'll meet you at whatever time. And that's when he was always running late. Come on, let's get up. Or I was running late. One of the two. But yeah, we would sneak out to Swingos or somewhere and go fishing. So anyway, it was very nice meeting you ladies.
See, Angie says pedicure for paws.
Huh? Angie's a client of yours. She's pushing. I know her game now.
Hey.
She's a loyal client of yours.
Well,
She sets up last night because I said I got a show tomorrow night. Trina, and I couldn't remember and I didn't look. And she instantly, that's
because
what
I
go
shared
to.
your page on my Facebook page.
You did?
I did.
You got a lot of followers?
No.
Oh. I'm just asking.
I don't know. What do you got to do to get a lot of followers? Because
Have people come in and talk about toenails. Have a bat buzz you while you're live on air. Do fundraisers. get in trouble when you run for politics.
Well, I got banned on TikTok and it didn't get me no followers.
I lost 2 full accounts on here.
On
for
Facebook?
Political views. Yes.
Oh yeah. I got warning the other day because I said
completely removed.
I was trying to say a bad word and
the bad words don't bother me.
I've never been in Facebook jail.
2,000 raised for Tim Quirrell scholarship judging the contest. Getting your stuff. He's hitting me well below the belt now.
See, I'm going to come back in. We're going to make this happen.
I'd settle for a nap.
But see, you get 2 for 1. You get a pedicure, you get a massage, and you get a movie. You get a cold drink.
Shrek 2, buttered popcorn, some root beer. And just just the massage
like
chair.
Right now, the movie of the month is Dick and Jane.
Who's Dick and Jane?
You haven't seen that movie?
I don't go to movies.
It's on TV. It's got
I haven't turned my TV on in 6 days.
Oh, well.
I mean, I've watched some basketball on my phone, but just the scores. When you guys walked in today, that's the first 30 seconds of the game I was watching.
Yeah.
And just because I walked in here and turned my TV on in here.
See, Joe says hi.
How you doing, Joe? Your brother would say do it for the cause. There are some things that Tim would not do, and I guarantee getting his toenails cut are one of them. I could get his wife on here to admit that. I guarantee it.
See, next time we're going to come back and we're going to see
How many police officers' feet do you cut?
Hang on. I had one in Mooresville. He's retired.
One.
Well.
Brent?
No. He is retired now.
Toenail trims for
Cooper. Ron Cooper.
I don't know him.
You don't know him?
Was Mooresville PD?
Yeah.
I only know a few.
Randy Rogers?
I know Randy.
I grew up with him. He's not been into me yet.
Yeah.
He's supposed to.
I know Randy.
So, I don't know. I want to do something for them to get them to come in because...
Trim, chops for cops. Something. Cuticles for cute officers. Yeah. I don't know.
I need to do so. I try to give away care packages where I put them together, and then I've taken them to the fire station, the police station. But I wish I could get them in and just relax.
See, it doesn't end here. The next show, this will continue, and tomorrow morning at 6:30 when I'm on, this will continue.
I'd be down here at 6:30, but I got a pedicure to do at 8:15.
Oh boy!
On a doctor.
Oh really?
I have doctors that come to me.
Really?
I do.
So what you're saying is I went in the wrong business.
Yeah.
I should have went in the dirty tone-up business. Purdue is ahead 29.
Petties for police. See that?
There you go. Hi, Portside. Hello, Mike. How are you?
Oh, Mike.
All right.
Do you know Mike?
I know.
Yeah.
All right, ladies.
See, we can make this hours long, and they would talk about toes.
Oh, no. Trent's already been on, Brandy. Trust me. He started this. He got this rolling. Then he vanished. Seth's been on. He got sick. Allie's been on, and then Carl took over. So this is where we're at.
Yeah.
All right. You're a good sport. We've had fun.
Yes.
I'll get you back in here.
Sounds good. Anytime.
And,
thank you for having me.
Glad to have you. Very nice meeting you guys. I would have never known. I don't venture that way very often.
Yeah.
Even though I got family lives right there, and I had been known when our Dairy Queen was closed, just slide off the highway there on the way home from work. It's Kevin's in and grab a either a pumpkin blizzard or a peanut butter parfait. So
see, you could get a pumpkin blizzard and a pumpkin spice pedicure.
She's still trying, isn't she?
Telling you. I can get just about any scent pedicure.
Round and round we go.
Right now we got, I think it's pina colada, don't we?
Yes,
Pina colada pedicures.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting your service.
Yeah.
You clearly do great work.
Yeah.
Lorena comes to you and she rant and raved about you. There's been a few others come on here and rant and raved about you. So
yeah. All right.
Which toes or fingernails done? Get a hold of Trina up in Mooresville. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. For some of you online tonight, the rest of you, no, ain't doing it. Love you guys. I'll be back on tomorrow morning, 6:30. I might pop back on tonight later and talk about that MSAC stuff and the drug stuff. So, love you guys. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. You'll find out firsthand soon enough. I'll see you guys.